Let me take you back to the year 2018 for just a minute here. Black Panther sweeps the box office, Ariana Grande releases Thank You Next, and K-pop takes over the world. But none of it mattered because gamers everywhere were too busy playing Monster Hunter World. World is one of our favorite co-op games we've ever played, and it introduced us to the long-running franchise. But now we get to experience a whole new world of monsters with the long-awaited release of Monster Hunter Rise. Rise not only innovates on everything that made World amazing, but somehow makes it even more accessible to new hunters. So if you're trying to convince your friends on this one, let us help you out. We're here as the Co-op Bros not to give another plain review of Monster Hunter Rise, but instead tell you what makes it a great game to play with your friends. Because seriously, this game is so freaking good.
Oh, you got it!
Oh, the tail's off. Hell yeah.
That's
it, baby.
I'm so mad at you.
Oh, this time for real! And I hopped over the thing.
Oh, and with the parts broken?
Let's go. That was amazing. Oh boy, let's go. Holy crap.
Jake's giving him the business right now.
No.
Three of the boys are here.
Oh, no! Stop!
Tristan, you're missing it! Oh, you're missing it, man! Oh,
No! I'm coming. I'm gonna finish him right here. Ready? Here I come.
Oh, no! Dude, I killed him with the Rajing Punisher! That was so cool!
Dang.
That was so cool.
Clip that, Jake, clip it.
Luckily for me, you, and your future hunting crew, Monster Hunter Rise reaches new heights for the series and streamlines multiplayer in some awesome ways. The game is separated into two types of quests. You got Village Quest and Hub Quest. Look at Village Quest as your single player content with easier difficulty, and Hub Quest as multiplayer content with beefier monsters. You fight the same monsters for the most part until the end game, and both are needed to progress the story. For us, we progressed through Village Quests at our own pace and then chip away at the Hub Quest whenever we linked up. In the end, we decided this was a nice change, as it helped clarify that progress would be shared when doing a Hub Quest together. On top of that, inviting each other to lobbies is incredibly easy, which bucks the trend for most Switch games. You can use a password system to ensure that it's just you and the gang, and even hang out in the village together before the hunt, which was very appreciated. All of this is awesome, and we're very happy to report that Monster Hunter Rise makes it easy to play with your friends.
Oh, the
tail's broken!
Gosh, it's down again. The tail
is broken!
The tail is off. It's happened.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Look at it just sitting there like a little turd nugget.
Bombay.
So there's a pretty good reason the Monster Hunter franchise has been going strong for 17 years now. The boys and girls at Capcom have perfected the art of the gameplay loop. If you're new to the games, here's how it goes. You gather your crew, you eat some food, you hunt a giant monster, craft some gear from its parts, and then you do it all over again. If you've played World, none of this should sound new, but you'll find that Rise introduces some pretty cool additions. The first being the wire bug, which completely changes the game in terms of mobility. So much so that I don't think I could play one of these games without it anymore. It's incredible. You can use the sucker to climb mountains, pull off sick dodges, and use the new Silkbound attacks unique to each weapon.
Ooh, watch out. It's about to get
Going for it. Oh, baby.
Oh, dang, that was dope.
These moves are some of the most powerful at your disposal, and they add yet another layer to the build variety that I'll touch on later. The second game-changing addition is your new good boy doggo friend. Yes, for all you dog people out there, you can now have a dog buddy and not just a cat. The Polymutes function similarly to the Palicos in that they support you in battle. Haters will say that cat is still the way to go, and they're kind of right, but you can't ride on the back of the cat and drift around now, can ya? Plus, look at him, he's just such a good boy. Now, people play these games for lots of reasons. To slay innocent monsters, to hang out with friends, but one of the biggest draws to me is the weapons. All 14 weapons in the game are completely viable and offer a different playstyle, but our hunting crew definitely chose the coolest ones. From Christian's hammer stunning everything in sight, to Jake's gun lance blasting holes in these monsters like they were made of cheese, to my bro, the king of the skies on his insect glaive. Seriously, seeing him soar and then slam down on a beast never gets old.
I got him.
Oh my god, you're
I'm
literally
down.
Let's go, Andrew. Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, that was amazing. And that leaves me, the notorious tail cutter. If I became known for anything in our group, it was getting that tail.
So funny. Ooh, coming up for the tail. You!
Oh, there it is.
And as you can see, my Sharks Blade lived up to the name. I say all of this because one of my favorite parts of playing this with my friends is seeing them pull these things off. You don't get to do cool stuff like this unless you master your main weapon though, and doing so is one of the best parts of the game. Take me for example. The Sharks Blade is easily one of the hardest weapons in the game, so I spent a ton of time in the training area learning the ins and outs of this thing with its crazy combos, charge meter, and file attacks, and once I got the hang of it, it was pretty awesome. Seeing it all come to fruition when I unleash a massive hit like this, yeah, that's gotta be one of the most satisfying gaming experiences I've ever had.
You complete me.
But while some weapons have a high skill ceiling, others are a little more manageable and do just as much damage. In the end, the best weapon is the one you're having the most fun with. And while we all had access to the same weapons and armors in this game, the build variety makes it so each member of our hunting crew was unique and provided something different to the hunt. Armor, decorations, and talisman all provide different assortments of skills that augment your playstyle. But the fun really starts when you start mix-matching all of those to get the perfect array of skills that you want. If you're someone who loves to min-max your character, you're gonna find a lot to love here. But Gabe, what if I still want to look cool? What about fashion?
Alright, come down here.
I'm coming, wait.
This is me and my brother with our Diablo style. How do you do, fellow hunters?
I hear you, friend, and with the 2.0 update live, you can now craft layered armor so you don't have to look like a blended mush of different monster pieces. Once you have your perfect build assembled, it's time to test it against some baddies. Thankfully, Rise brings along some of our favorite monsters while introducing some really cool additions to the family.
This is a review about playing Monster Hunter with your friends, but you know who were the real friends I made along the way? Not the guys I played with, no. I'm talking the Pookie Pookies, the Rajings, the Magna Malos, even the often underappreciated Tobi Kadachis. Those are my new best friends. The monsters in this game really are the stars of the show, and your crew of hunters gets to know them well. Each monster has unique movesets, strengths, and weaknesses that you will learn over the time of the game. For instance, when you fight a Rathian, you might want to bring an antidote or two for its poisonous tailspin. But when you're fighting a Volvidon, you're going to need some deodorant for when... yeah, he farts on you. I should have a clever line here, but yeah, he just farts on you. What the developers are able to do with their AI is really impressive, because the monster's realistic behavior and movesets really do help immerse you in the fight and keep you engaged. It honestly kind of makes hunting these creatures ethically questionable, but undoubtedly awesome, especially with Monster Hunter Rise introducing the amazing Wyvern Ride mechanic. Yes, that's right folks, you get to ride any monster in the game and kaiju fight any other monster. It's amazing.
Everybody, flamethrower!
Oh dang, I'm watching that.
Oh, double, it goes back again.
The mechanic has a deeper moveset than you first realize, and each monster's moves are unique to who you're riding. You might end up having to hunt one monster several times, and you'd think that that would get repetitive. To a certain extent it does, but each fight still feels unique depending on what other monsters are there for the skirmish, because you know that they're going to interact in awesome ways. And every once in a while, your crew will get a real treat in the amazing Turf Wars, when monsters duke it out on their own accord. Let's just say you're going to want to pull out the popcorn, because these moments are awesome.
Oh my god! Look up, look up!
Oh my god!
Oh my word! What the god! That was literally insane! Everyone clip that. Literally.
Okay, so where does co-op play into all this? This is a review of why you should be playing this with your best friend after all, so let me nail it down here. When you enter the hunt, you begin to work with each other in subtle ways that seem small but make a huge difference down the line. Let me give you some examples. For one, you could divide and conquer, with two hunters immediately spreading out to find monsters susceptible for an easy Wyvern ride. This helps whittle down your main objective's health and also reward you with some extra parts for your builds. Plus, seeing my boys ride up on a giant monster and completely wreak havoc, yeah, that's pretty cool. Next up is the buffs we can provide each other. The game has items you can craft like demon powder and life powder that allow you to heal or increase your friend's attacks and all sorts of other things. These were huge in moments where you're stunned and low on health or just want to go in on the monster while it's down. There's also just this constant stream of communication going on at all times, like if we need to focus on the tail, if there's a big attack incoming, or if my cat has put down a healing tree. Shout out to Little Cat, you're the best. 4 heads is always better than 1. But really, when you look at our hunts, we're mostly just kind of all doing our own thing with these small interactions interspersed. Christian's hammer only really affects my insect glaive on the off chance that he accidentally launches me in the air. I think in the end, the best part of playing Monster Hunter with your friends is less about how you interact gameplay-wise and more about how your camaraderie just enhances the overall experience. Each hunt you have one goal in mind: kill that monster. And when you do finally kill Magnamalo or whoever, it's an amazing feeling that you share over and over again until you've cemented a sort of unbreakable bond.
Hey!
We ended up becoming each other's teammates and cheerleaders, teaching each other about the endless mechanics and celebrating a completed build. When you play Monster Hunter, you get sucked in. You're in it for the long haul, guys. Earlier, I said that the friends I made along the way were the monsters, but really, I'm just joking. Because my group of hunters, yeah, I think we're going to be hunting monsters and making memories for a long, long time.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Let's go kill some
literally does 1
monsters!
damage. Yay!
Yay!
I didn't wire bug off. I stepped off.
Ever since we played World, we've been dying to get back into this franchise. If that sounds like you, rest assured, Rise is very much a worthy successor. The changes to multiplayer make this so much easier to recommend to people. So if you're able to find 2 or 3 friends who will play this at the same pace, trust me, you guys are gonna have a blast. The weapons are incredible, the monsters are dope, there's just so much to love here. And if that wasn't enough, the 2.0 update continues to keep us busy with new monsters, gear, and event quests. If this update is anything to go by, the support for this game is gonna be top notch. We have nothing but glowing praise for this title, so go assemble your own hunting crew, because Monster Hunter Rise is a must play for any group of friends.
Thanks for watching, guys. This review was a doozy, but we're really proud of what we put out. Please share this with a friend. That's why we make our videos, to help you guys convince your friends to play these games. And of course, if you could check our socials, consider subscribing, all that stuff, it means a ton. Before we leave you, you might have heard us mention our friend Christian a couple times. He rounded out our Hunter Squad this time around. He's an awesome dude who streams on Twitch under the name Hour Count, and his streams are pretty great. He's a friend of the Co-op Bros, so we'd love for you to show him some love. We've linked his socials down below. We'll see you next time on another episode of the Co-op Bros.
Oh god. Quagmire.
Giggity!
Wait, isn't this guy?
Giggity!
That's good. Come on.
Where is this guy's retard?
Christian did it so good. I'm dead. Like literally, that was amazing. Oh, I'm crying. Oh my god.